What's up, everybody? This is Harry Bernard Taylor with the Straight Up Wrestling Show. I'm here to do this show solo today. So I was on just a little bit ago and found out from some of the fans of Straight Up Wrestling Show that I was going in and out. And plus, I think my car had caught it. So I turned off the Bluetooth Bluetooth so that won't happen again. Sorry about that. And I'm pretty sure they probably heard some of it out there on the floor. But right there, I was talking about we're going to go ahead and we're going to review AEW from last night, AEW Dynamite, and we're going to review the show that Chris Burton and I was at Monday Night Raw. Christopher Burton, the People's Podcaster, he's out today. Chris has some, maybe has the virus right now. Well, he does have the virus. He tested positive, but I want to go ahead and wish give Chris, God's blessings for a speedy recovery. May the Lord bless him, look out for him, and may the Lord bless our friend Rodnico Keith. He has looked like he's coming down with the coronavirus. Maybe he's very sick, and may the Lord bless you in the same way, and everybody else that's out there. My friend, our friend Missy Childers, and our friend Scott Larson, fellow podcaster. Speedy recovery. So we're going to get back into this. Like I said, we was rolling last time. And this podcast right here, this show right here is being brought to you by Jiffy Lube on Poinsett Highway in Greenville, South Carolina. It's a full service. They have mechanics here and all that. They do a great job. They've been taking care of my cars for a while. So, but let's go ahead and get into this AEW Dynamite. First match, man, we had Bryan Danielson versus Adam Page. And like I was saying before, if you caught me earlier, this right here is a rematch of the first match that they had. They went 60 minutes, and a lot of people liked that match. A lot of people enjoyed that, and a lot of, like I was saying, a lot of other podcasts and a lot of people out there, people in the wrestling community was giving it 5 stars. They was praising it all over the world. I think Chris and I gave that first one. I gave it 4 stars, maybe 4.5 stars, but I definitely didn't give it 5 stars. I do give it credit for being an Iron Man match, which we don't get to see a lot of those, especially in the last 20 years or so. But it was an Iron Man match, and it was very good. But last night they had a rematch, and I think this is the third match between the two. And this match right here, we gave this match 3 stars, man. Well, actually, I gave it 3 stars. Christopher gave it 2.5 stars. I'm going to go ahead and drop it down to 2.5 stars. Like my man Chris, because I actually had it at 2 stars, and then I thought about it because of what they was doing in the match, and I went ahead and bumped it up to 3 stars. But with Chris, between Chris and I, 2.5 and 5 stars, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Chris's rating on this, which is 2.5. So next, man, we had Chris Jericho segment, which was interrupted by 2.0, which I think 2.0 they've been in it with Eddie Kingston. Now they're back at it with Chris Jericho, because they the ones who was at it with Chris Jericho. Yeah, Chris Burton, 2.5. Thank you, sir. But yeah, they was at it with Chris Jericho before Chris Jericho got put out. And actually, Chris Jericho gave them credit for putting him out. But yes, his segment was interrupted very quick by 2.0. And he was attacked by Daniel Garcia while he was arguing with 2.0. And, which I thought it was awful. I thought it was a waste of time. And that segment could have been used for maybe, putting over some more of their talent. They have 162 wrestlers there. So I think they could have put over, Sammy Guevara could have had a match at that time. Powerhouse Hobbs, Brian Cage, people like that. I just see too much of this on AEW. Chris didn't care for it. I didn't care for it either last night. Yes, I'm just gonna go ahead and we give it a thumbs down. So next, man, we had the elite segment, and Elite was back there. You had Adam Cole, you had Bobby Fish, and man, who else did they have with him? Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and they had Kyle O'Reilly with him. And so they was back there talking, and something happened between Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. So Adam Cole made a mistake and hit Kyle O'Reilly or something like that, I think last week. And he said, I didn't mean to do that. And Kyle was like, yeah, sure, man. Yeah, no problem. So, but overall, man, that was an entertainment set. That was an entertaining segment. I really appreciated that, and we both gave that a thumbs up. So next, man, we had Wardlow versus Antonio Zambrano. Now, Wardlow come out there with the chairman, Sean Spears, and Sean Spears, man, he, after Antonio Zambrano went outside of the ring, he's walking around like he's all cool and all that, man. He's chilling and everything. He's walking, and he's kind of like rubbing his chest a little bit, and acting like he's not paying attention, all nonchalant and all that. And Spears attacked him outside, man, and just pretty much took him out, with a chair and all that. So Wardlow, he looking all upset about it, man. He's like, because I can take care of this guy myself. Why in the world are you doing this? So Wardlow was ticked off about it, and after Spears done threw Zambrano back in there, and after the referee got out, the referee was in front of Wardlow. After the referee got out of his way, man, I'm wondering what Wardlow was gonna do. I didn't think Wardlow was gonna attack this guy, but Wardlow went ahead and took this guy, and man, Jack, did some went ahead and jacked him up and power slammed him, man. I mean, slammed him down on his back in his neck, his shoulder blades, man. Hit him 4 times, man. Hit him with it the first time. I thought it was over. Hit him again second time. Thought it was over. Hit him again the third time. I'm like, wow, man, really gonna injure this guy, man. That didn't look good. And Wardlow looked like he was really enjoying it. With every power slam, man, that grin just got bigger and bigger. It actually got to the point where it was hilarious, man. Then he did it a 4th time. So, man, I just thought it was just flat out dumb. Power bomb. Yes, Chris, that's what it was. We were talking about last night. A power bomb. Yeah, power bombed him. And but he ended up power bombing the guy 4 times, man. I gave it -5 stars. I mean, it's not a 5. It's a 5-star, but it's a -5 stars. That was just flat out unnecessary. I was just like, wow. It seemed like for the last few weeks they have been doing things. Antonio Zambrano or MJF have done things that have given Wardlow an advantage, which this man does not need an advantage. He's dominant. Let him go ahead and dominate his matches without having the advantage. So, but yeah, I gave it -5 stars, man. That was not good. Next, man, we had Jade Cargill versus Ruby Soho, which is a match, man. And this match was for the new TBS title. I mean, I don't know. Jade Cargill has been dominating her opponents ever since she started. Ever since she's been in the business. I think she started maybe 6-7 months ago, maybe a little bit before that. But that's the time I have seen her, 6-7 months. And I was very impressed when I first saw her. Stayed impressed and have been very impressed with her. And I do like Jade Cargill. But Jade Cargill in this match, man, looked very awkward. Ruby Soho, which we know she's going to get her offense on, and Ruby Soho really put on, she put on a decent match, and she gave everything she could against a very big woman, a very strong woman, Jade Cargill. But every time Ruby Soho did get off on Jade, man, Jade just did not look good in selling to Ruby Soho. She did not look good in selling the moves. It really looked horrible, man. It ended up being an awful match. So I can only give that match 1.5. And Chris and I, we both agreed on it. So 1.5, man, I thought it was an awful match. It was very awkward from the get-go. Next, man, we had the Serena Deeb segment with Jim Ross. We gave that a thumbs up, which was a pretty good segment. I really didn't care what she was talking about because she was talking about Akira, her little feud she's been going with Akira that she's had with Akira. So that right there have been going on for a while. They have taken that to another level. They have continued on with that, and I will give AEW credit because they have not backed away from that feud like they do so many things. They have stayed consistent with it. So we will get that a thumbs up. So next, man, we had Malachi Black versus Brian Pillman Jr. And man, it was okay match. Brian Pillman Jr. gave everything he had in this match, man. they said Malachi Black, man, he weighs in at 290 pounds. I didn't know he was that big. But Brian Pillman, not a small guy himself. Brian Pillman actually did some things, man, I didn't think he was capable of. But he put on a fantastic match, you ask me. Malachi Black wasn't exactly what I thought he was going to do in this match. But overall, man, I still have to get that match a 2.5. It still was lacking. Even though I'm gonna go ahead and repeat what I said. Brian Pillman Jr. did a fantastic job, man. He a lot of people don't get off a lot of shots, man, against Malachi Black. He's been dominant since he's been in AEW. So 2.5 from the Straight Up Wrestling crew. So next, man, we had Jungle Boy. Okay, yeah, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, man, versus the Lucha Bros. I was looking forward to this match. This was the main event, and Chris was looking forward to this match. And to tell you the truth, it was hard getting to this match because this was not a great night for AEW. I know last night, I was checking out some people's podcasts and going over some lives and all that where people was talking about it. Some people, people were just like kind of iffy between what went down with AEW. Nobody was really pumped about it. It was a couple podcasters who was trying to pump it up, and these podcasters are straight up against WWE. There's no doubt about that. But last night, man, that match, that last match, we gave it 3 stars, but it did take a while to get to that 3 stars. It was the best night of the match, but I think the match was supposed to go a little longer because Lucha Bros did not actually get out all the things that they used to getting out. But they did end up the match pretty well, but it was another title change, man. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus actually won the match. So congratulations to them. They're the new AEW Tag Team champions. And after the match, man, we had some contenders come out on the ramp. So we do have that to look forward to. They have FTR. They have who else did they have? They got FTR. They got Lucha Bros. They got the Young Bucks. They got a couple other tag teams that was up there too. So they got some competition that's going to be gunning for those titles. So, hey, good luck to them. I'm not gonna say best of plans to them, and hopefully they can pull it out, man. But until then, man, that's my review of AEW. I'm not sure exactly what we gave it. I think Chris and I think we ended up giving it 2 stars, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a D for the night. But AEW was not that good. But let's go on to Monday Night Raw, man. Let's go on to Monday Night Raw. Chris and I was at Monday Night Raw, and this where my man Chris kind of got sick. But wow, we're just gonna go ahead and go with this. Monday Night Raw, man. We had Luca. First off, at the start of it, we had they had main event. They taped main event. And if you have Hulu, go on Hulu and check it out, and you'll get to see our local hero, Luca Daniels, on here. And I think they went ahead and used Dennis, his real name, man. They used Dennis, his first name on here, but Dennis, Luca Daniels versus T-Bar. And T-Bar, man, just pretty much dominated the match. Chris and I, especially Chris was yelling for Luca and all that. To get in some offense on this, man. But T-Bar took it to him. But hey, congratulations to Luca Daniels, man. That was great to be able to get into the big show. And we're gonna go ahead and give that match 2 stars, man. Next we had Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin versus the Mysterios. Cedric and Shelton, man, they put on a good match. The Mysterios definitely put on a good match. It was exciting. It was a pretty exciting match. We're going to go ahead and give that 3.5 stars, man. And that's on main event, too. So then they went ahead and changed the coverings and all that, and they started Raw. So Raw first match, man, we had the Alpha Academy versus RK Bro. So they're closing up right now, but I'm going to go ahead and get back to Monday Night Raw a little bit later. So stay straight up. And for my man, Christopher Burton, I'm HBT, Harry Bernard Taylor. Get with you later. Thank you.